passionate about educating people about wildlife and conservation. So my husband and I came here in 1998 to set up a conservation education organisation. We chose this area because it was a really thriving tourism industry alongside a local community, and everybody sharing the place with wildlife. The tourism industry have brought development and benefits to the community, but always where there are resources that are being shared by wildlife and people, then there are conflicts as well. So Chipembele's role in all of this is educating the community and local school children about what they can do to live peacefully and in harmony with wildlife.
So in my 7th grade, I was given an opportunity to go to the Chipembele Wildlife Education Center. It's a recreational center. So it was basically kids competing and having fun and everything. And that's when my journey in the conservation world began. The first thing we did when we went there was learn about wildlife in Fue. It was interesting. Before that, I didn't have any knowledge about it. I could see animals in Fue and water, but I did not have knowledge about them. We would go into the park. Sometimes it was for educational purposes, like learning about different trees and everything. And sometimes it was just for us to look at the animals and appreciate what we have. I remember this one time we went for a careers trip, so we went to the capital, Lusaka. It was an exciting time for us, for me, to say the least. I remember us going to different universities and we were taught all the career options available and everything, and I believe that was the starting point for me. That was when I realized that I wanted to do something connected to conservation and the green community as a whole.
What you can see behind me here is what is called the Mobile Education Unit,
which is brightly coloured and it's got animals all on the outside, and when it goes out into the villages, the children come running along, screaming and running after it because they know something exciting is going to happen. They're not quite sure what, but something must be.
This is the vehicle we use to go into 5 chiefdoms where we engage the community on various conservation issues.
So now you vote okay?
Yes, we have a solid team which includes me. We can already feel the impact because every time we go back into these communities, even though the change may not be the way we want it, but we can see there's a little bit of change in the way people are managing their natural resources. Right now we're just using it to ferry the equipment that we use when we go into the communities. What would be nice is if this vehicle could be converted into something more interactive. We want it to be a hub where an interface where children can come and enjoy all sorts of things, including games, maybe puppet shows, and all sorts of things. We want it like when it is opened, the children will be wowed and they say, wow, we can read some books here, we can watch a movie on wildlife, we can play a game on wildlife. There are those things that we want to make it exciting because children like to learn by watching and by listening, you know. So if this vehicle could be converted in such a way that it becomes more interactive and children and people from the community can come and explore all the materials that we have on conservation. And secondly is right now we are limited in the places that we can touch. So there are some areas which are very far away that we do not really have the capacity to touch right now. So if we could be going to those areas in longer periods of time, and if we could be touching some of these areas more frequently, this would make the program more effective. Probably we have made those interactive. It will mean this whole vehicle will be occupied. So we would need an extra trailer where we can be carrying all the other equipment for the team. So that is what our plans are for the Mobile Education Unit.
We've got fantastic educators, fantastic staff, all really keen, and yeah, if we could get more funding that would really, really help.
Chipembele to me is hope for a lot of young people like me. There are absolutely no words in this world that would help me just express how grateful I am.